Hi everyone, I'm Kami Allen. I'm 39 years old and I have type 1 Osteogenesis Imperfecta. I'm the first in my family to be diagnosed with OI. Luckily, I was diagnosed at birth by my pediatrician because he noticed that I had a dislocated hip, I had bowing in both of my femurs, and he picked up on my blue sclera. My parents took me home from the hospital on a pillow. They always tried to keep me, when I was really younger, in one unit to not move me as much as they possibly could. And I can really only imagine how scared they were with my diagnosis, but they never let me see that. They were always supporting me to chase my dreams, and that enabled me to have the absolute best childhood. Of course, with OI comes fractures. Throughout my childhood and adolescence, I sustained 15 major fractures and had 2 surgeries. Can you believe that 15 is considered a low number of fractures for someone with OI? I never let my disability get in my way. I never let it define me as a person. In fact, if someone was to show me sympathy when I was a child, I would actually get angry because I was genuinely happy. I never wanted people to feel sorry for me. I was a cheerleader for 7 years, and after that I coached a kids team for 2 additional years. I learned to drive, I went to college and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in English. On May 20th, 2007, I married my husband, Jared. Despite usually using a wheelchair for long durations of time, I was determined to walk down that aisle, and I did not use my wheelchair my entire wedding day. I've always been the type of person that once I set off to do something, I'll persevere until it gets done. Being a mom is something I have always wanted. However, with that being said, there's the chance that any child I would have had a 50% chance of having Osteogenesis Imperfecta. My first son, Lincoln, was born on November 23rd, 2009, and my second son, Avery, was born 4 years later on November 18th, 2013. Miraculously, both of my children do not have OI. On January 8th, 2015, our lives were turned upside down. My husband, my children, and myself were involved in a catastrophic car accident. While my husband and children were okay, I was not. In that single accident, I sustained 15 broken bones. I had a skull fracture in 2 places. My neck was broken in 2 places. My sternum was broken. My pelvis was fractured in 4 locations. My left femur was a compound fracture, and I broke my left tibia and fibula, as well as my right tibia. Before this accident, I told you I had 15 fractures, and in a split second, my number doubled. I now had 30. I had countless surgeries, and my recovery process, it took well over a year. And in some ways, I'm still recovering. I have nerve damage that I live with daily, and I struggle with PTSD. But with all that being said, I'm eternally grateful because it's a miracle that I survived. Part of me credits my OI for my survival. I always said it's what makes me strong on the inside. During my recovery from our car accident, it was discovered that I was tachycardic, which means I had a higher than normal resting heart rate, so I was referred to a cardiologist. It was then discovered that not only was I tachycardic, but I also have a leaky valve. I never realized that osteogenesis imperfecta could affect your cardiovascular health. I currently take medication to lower my resting heart rate, and my valve is monitored by my cardiologist. What's so scary about this isn't bones we're talking about now, it's my heart. It's still so new for doctors. They're trying to learn exactly what this means for people with OI, and ultimately, they need research. And research, as we know, takes funding.